to fly, stay by my side. Every day I want to dream, stay by my side. Every morning I wish I could just play. Wish to stay. Every day I want to fly, stay by my side. Every day I want to dream, stay by my side.
The little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. Little things you do for me, making me smile. No one else could. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your mad stories. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a secret or two together. The little things you do for me. Little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your mad stories. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a secret or two together. Little things you do for me and nobody. Little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. Little things you do for me, making me smile when no one else can. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your mad stories. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a secret or two together. The little things you do for me.
fly, stay by my side. Every day I want to dream, stay by my side. Every morning I wish I could just play. Wish the mornings would just stay. Every day I want to fly, stay by my side. Every day I want to dream, stay by my side.
Little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. Little things you do for me, making me smile when no one else could. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your mad stories. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a secret or two together. Little things you do for me. Little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your mad stories. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a secret or two together. Little things you do for me and nobody. Little things you do for me and nobody else make me feel good. Little things you do for me, making me smile when no one else could. That's why I like to sit next to you and hear your mad stories. I know they're not true, and I like that we share a secret or two together. Little things you do for me.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Every day I want a dream, stay by my side. Every morning I wish I could just play. Wish the mornings were just day.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. May I all request you all to please settle down. We're just about starting the proceedings for the day. Very warm welcome to all of you to this very strategic initiative from Vodafone India. My name is Sudeep Bhalla and it is my pleasure to welcome you all for this press meet. We have with us today to address all of us Mr. Naveen Chopra, the Chief Operating Officer from Vodafone India. He's also joined by Mr. Sandeep Kataria, Director Commercial for Consumer Business, Mr. Bijas Murthy, Operations Director East, and Mr. Apurva Mehrotra, the Business Head for Delhi and the National Capital Region. Vodafone, friends, as you all know, is a value-based organization, and the health, safety and well-being of all those who are associated with the organization is of prime importance. In the spirit of ensuring that we are all safe, I take this opportunity to invite Mr. Rajneesh from the Hotel Leela Ambience to share with us some snippets about the safety arrangements in this hotel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to the Leela Ambience. I'm Rajneesh Pandey from Security Department. If a smoke reaches any part of the hotel, we'll get alarm on fire panel and we respond immediately. If temperature exceeds more than 68 degrees centigrade, automatic fire sprinkler will get activated and that area will be flooded with the water. During this event, if we need to evacuate the hotel, hopefully it will not happen today, we'll make announcement on public address system in English and in Hindi clearly. On hearing, please move out from nearest fire exit door and you will be guided to the assembly area. My assembly area is around circle area entrance of Ambience Island. Please just trust the hotel staff. They have been briefed, they have been trained and they have been rehearsed with the fire mock drill. There are no fire mock drills scheduled for the day. Have a nice conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajneesh. And now that we are all suitably assured of being safe here, let's start the day's proceedings. Friends, as you all know, Vodafone in India has had a very exciting journey ever since it came into the country in 2007. And in the short span of time, there's a lot that has been covered. To start the proceedings, I now request for a short audio visual which will take you through this journey in about 3.5 minutes, leave you with a tinge of nostalgia and whet your appetite to look forward to what's more. Can we have the AD please? Touching film indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take the opportunity to invite our first speaker, Mr. Naveen Chopra, Chief Operating Officer for Vodafone India, to tell us what the next stage of Vodafone India's journey will be. And before he comes on the stage, may I remind you to please put your phones on the silent such that the conference does not get disturbed with unnecessary noise. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudeep. Good afternoon, friends from the media, and of course a fair amount of my colleagues here from Vodafone. Truly historic occasion for us to be here, lots of excitement. We've been waiting for 4G to happen. It brings us into this room, and I will spend along with my colleagues maybe the next half an hour or so to just share with you what's our journey till today and how do we expect some of this to roll itself out in the very near future. This one, please. Yeah. Okay. We saw this on the AV, and just to recap, 113,000 crores invested by Vodafone over the last 7 years probably makes it the largest FDI investor in the country over this period of time. Now about 135,000 cell sites, and we roll out quite a few every single month. 194 million subscribers, but what's very interesting is more than half of them now are rural subscribers. And it's really a big business that has been built systematically over the last few years. How do we see our customers evolving? What are the trends that we spot, and consequently what has it been leading up to? From a workspace perspective, far more flexible working and collaboration, and the needs for people to be connected and working and being productive outside of their home or office environment. And how do we be able to manage all of that in our lifestyles as they evolve. Very important to have secure and simplified communications. That's the basics of what brings us to work every day. The demands for agility from our business customers, globalization, and all of us now seamlessly are connected to around the world without us even realizing as to how much of our needs are on communication spread across the world. And then, of course, the whole area of consumerism, and consequently, if you look at where the whole e-commerce industry goes, with many of these people now having purely a mobile strategy of being able to, making our whole e-commerce ecosystem that much more vibrant. And what has this led to? It has led to data subscribers growing by almost 10 million in the course of the last year, with 3G growing up almost 75%. So there is a deep demand for hunger and hunger for data services. We see our base has completely expanded in terms of its data-enabled handsets. Our traffic has grown 73%, and now data contributes over 20% of our revenues on a national basis. So we've seen this evolution happening in the last few years, with data being the integral part of our growth story as we've been going forward. And what has been our approach in this period of time? Number one is, of course, to acquire spectrum on 3G some time back, and now on 4G, and be on top of enabling faster and seamless services in the data area as the demand for data continues to grow. We spent a lot of time, effort, and money on modernizing our networks. So in some places, the networks are 20 years old, and there is a very aggressive program in putting in next generation networks in every element and every sphere, all the way from radio access to much of the core elements. And this is work in progress to be able to deliver a far better data and voice experience for our customers as their needs evolve. And we've also been spending a lot of time modernizing our networks to become more and more IP5. It's a far more robust way of especially transmitting data around on our networks. Another key element which you tend not to see, except for when roads are being dug up, is our investments on fiber. And as we go forward in our data journey, getting fiber as part of our backhaul is integral to be able to give a great data experience. So very often the emphasis tends to be on the access radio part of what you see on your cell site, but taking that information back into our core needs to get more and more robust, and a lot of investments and efforts have gone into investing on our fiber networks as we've gone along. And then, of course, enhancing our coverage, where the 2G coverage enhancements continue, and there are many parts of our country where 2G is still the very basic service, especially in rural India, so 2G investments continue. But a lot of our efforts have gone into modernizing our networks and getting into 3G, and then, of course, into 4G as these technologies unveil themselves. So if you look at this, 19 countries where Vodafone has its footprint, and in the last month, India has been added in as the 20th country around the world where Vodafone has a 4G network. This is not just a number, it also gives us invaluable information on managing our technologies, managing the network, and of course, understanding the needs of our customers. Very diverse countries, as you will see on this slide. So we learn a lot from other parts of the world as to how do we make this service that much better for our customers. Big learnings that do keep coming to us from our group as expertise in this area. So what are the benefits of 4G? Maybe fairly intuitive to some of you, but let me just spend a second on this. Of course, the whole area of live streaming. So if we look at video as being one of the key services that people look forward to, it enables a far better download and streaming experience on video, and that is the part that gets a lot of our data consumption with our slightly higher end customers. It allows video conferencing, it allows person-to-person video calling, it allows the whole Internet of Things to move that much more seamlessly, and we do know the world is moving in that direction as well. The area of cloud is becoming that much more robust, but the basic premise of cloud is that you need to connect to the cloud, and if you need to transmit huge amounts of data from your device to the cloud, you do need a very efficient pipes to be able to take the information backwards and forwards. And of course, the whole area of cloud will only begin to get going in a big way when we are able to transmit data efficiently, and 4G does that very, very well. It also gives us a high definition voice as far as voice clarity is concerned, presuming your handset is enabled on HD voice. So there is a voice component to 4G as well. And when you are not in a 4G area, it seamlessly falls back to 3 or 2G, depending upon what is the base network that is available. So the networks are seamlessly integrated across the various technologies to be able to give you the user experience of what the customer actually wants. So what have been our 4G plans in the recent past and going forward? We've already launched in Kerala, in Karnataka, a few cities, and in Calcutta on the 25th. And we are here today on Delhi and NCR region, and we'll share more details with this on this as we go forward. Mumbai and Bangalore, two big metros, are coming up very quickly in the next few days. One of the key inherent parts, and my colleague will stress on this a little bit more, that for our customers to enjoy a 4G service, besides of course the network being available, you do need a 4G handset, and very, very importantly, you do need a 4G SIM. So unlike the transitions that we made from 2G to 3G, where your 2G SIMs tended to be 3G compatible, that does not happen on 4G. So a lot of our efforts are centered around seamless exchanges of 4G for our customers, 4G SIMs for our customers, and how we can make that process as simple and smart as possible, and we'll deal with that along the way as well. So why these 5 circles to start with? It's the places where we got our spectrum in the last auctions. They constitute 30% of industry revenues, but very importantly from our perspective, they constitute around 50% of our data revenues, and where we see the growth rates of data being much, much faster. So this is the plan as what we have right now in the first phase of our 4G execution, and we would be executing to this in a very robust manner as we go forward. So why Delhi and NCR? India's capital, I don't need to state more than that. It's a leading business and corporate hub across the city. Huge amount of urbanization. It's where the hunger, along with the 1 or 2 other metros, that we find that the needs for data are exploding. The number of applications that are going into everyone's handsets are multiplying almost by the day. And our lifestyles are fast changing to be able to reflect what our customers want, and Delhi very often is at the forefront of much of this. The customers here, and especially the people around in the environment that we are sitting in, tend to be globally exposed, have a lot of knowledge about what's happening with their colleagues or what's happening in the ecosystem around the world. So there's a far higher degree of understanding and of expectations of customers in this area. And then, like I said, smartphone penetration galloping in as people would want more and more of their data services, and we see our revenues growing by almost 40% here, even though it's such a large market for us. It still gives us a very robust growth in this market. So Delhi is very much at the center of much of what we need to do as soon as possible. So very strategic place for us to be in. So we are here today. We are launching the Delhi NCR region with Gurgaon first, and we'll deal a little bit more in terms of how do we take this rollout as we go forward. It is the Millennium City. All of us, whenever we travel into Gurgaon, are always amazed with what is happening in this place. There's always yet another building, another flyover, and of course a completely different lifestyle that transforms itself almost on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, even for somebody like me who doesn't live here. It's quite stark as to what Gurgaon has as a sense of vibrancy, being a large industrial and financial hub for the country as a whole, not just for Delhi city. 10% of our population of the NCR region for our license area lives here, but that's deceptive. I presume a lot more than that are actually traveling in and out and using Gurgaon either for work or for social occasions. So it tends to be a very important part of why we are leading our Delhi NCR journey from Gurgaon today, and how we will expand ourselves out a little bit further, and we'll spend some time on that. Before I move on, can I ask for a small little snippet, Eddie, on this launch?
so much, Naveen, for just laying down the groundwork of how 4G is going to transform almost everything that we do in terms of connectivity. And may I now invite Naveen back on stage along with Sandeep Kataria, and also request Vijas Murthy and Apurva Mehrotra to join him. Can I request Samvedna to please give Naveen and Sandeep the 4G SIMs, ceremonially depicting the handing over of the 4G network and its operations to Vijas and Apurva. Thank you so much, Naveen, Sandeep, Vijas, and Apurva. Apurva, may I now invite you to please tell us what this exact 4G proposition is for all of us in Delhi and the NCR region.
Thank you, Sudeep, and thank you, Naveen. I will now briefly take you through our journey in Delhi NCR and our plans going forward. So we have a wide expanse of network in Delhi NCR, and we are the leading telecom operator with over 26% revenue market share. Since 2007, we have invested over 15,000 crore in the circle, and we are proud that we have over 1 crore subscribers in the circle of Delhi NCR. We also have the largest exclusive retail footprint comprising of 52 large format stores and 221 mini stores, leading service provider with own network of 2G, 3G and now 4G. So we are building Delhi NCR's best-in-class network across technologies. On 2G, we operate on 900 and 1800 spectrum bands. We cover 100% of the Delhi NCR population, and this network is good for basic surfing. On 3G, we operate on 2100 spectrum band. Also, we cover 100% population, and this enables our customer for faster, smarter, better mobile internet experience. On 4G, we are now launching our network on the superior 1800 megahertz spectrum band. Like Naveen mentioned, we are launching with Gurgaon, and we endeavor to cover entire circle in a phased manner. The 4G network will support phenomenally high speeds. It's great for HD downloads and two-way video calling. And hence, we endeavor to provide seamless mobile internet experience across multiple technologies for our customers. Also, we are the country's first international roaming, country's first to provide international roaming on 4G. As we speak, there are 4 countries in which our customers, when they travel abroad, can get 4G experience, namely United Kingdom, Romania, Spain and Netherlands. And on a daily and a weekly basis, we endeavor to add more and more countries so that our globally traveling customers can experience 4G whichever part of the world they are. We offer unmatched value with Vodafone 4G. First and foremost, like Naveen mentioned, we offer super fast 4G SIM, and we are offering a free upgrade to all our customers in Delhi NCR. We will be offering 4G at 3G prices for all our customers. For the customers who don't have a 4G phone, they can also enjoy 4G speeds through a mobile 4G mobile Wi-Fi device which connects up to 10 devices of our customers. We have bundled a host of content with our 4G offering. All our customers who enable themselves on 4G services will enjoy 3 months access to free TV, movies and music on Vodafone Play. This has 100 plus live TV channels. It has premium video on demand, HOOQ, which has over 35,000 hours of Hollywood blockbusters and popular local programs. It also has Hungama Play, a leading entertainment destination with over 7,500 movie titles. Our customers can also stream their favorite music from a selection of 1.2 million songs on Vodafone Music. And all this is enabled for our customers from trial packs starting from rupees 11 for 35 MB going up to 20 GB at 2499. So in effect, we have the best combination of speed, price and content bundled with Vodafone 4G. So how does one get 4G? So first and foremost, you need to have a 4G enabled device and then a 4G enabled SIM. So for all our postpaid customers, they can call our customer care and our customer service executives will take their request for 4G SIM and ensure a doorstep delivery on the same day to our postpaid customers. For all our other customers, they can walk into our Vodafone stores and mini stores and select retail outlets for an instant 4G SIM upgrade. They can also access our in-store 4G experience zone, talk to our in-store 4G technical experts and resolve their queries. For customers who wish to know whether their device is 4G enabled or whether they have a 4G enabled SIM, they can send an SMS 4G check to 199 on toll-free basis and get an instant revert in terms of their preparedness for 4G service. So in effect, we have simplified fulfillment and service activation across our customers in Delhi NCR. Let us now see a live demo on Ookla speed test for what Vodafone 4G speeds really are. So Nidhi, can you please start the 4G test? Thank you, Nidhi. Can we do the test again just to be doubly sure? Thank you, Nidhi. As you can see, these speeds are in ideal test conditions. What you will experience in the market on the road depends on a host of environment factors, including your device capability. Let us now see a full HD video on Vodafone 4G and how we can enjoy a buffering-free experience for a full HD video. Nidhi, can you start the video, please?
No. Yes, you are.
Should somebody just walk me through what we're supposed to be doing?
Nidhi, can you move the video forward so that we see a non-buffering experience? Once again, please. So as you can see, Vodafone 4G supports an instant streaming of a high-quality full HD video. Thank you, Nidhi.
Thanks, Apurva. That demonstration and the Vodafone Play offering opens the mind to a million or billion possibilities of what one can do with 4G in terms of just pure entertainment, and the fact that we can use it for so many other things just makes it that much more precious. Friends, we now have time for a Q&A session with Naveen, Apurva and Vijay. I would request them to please join me on stage. May I also request you that before you want to ask a question, kindly raise your hand such that a microphone will come to you. Please introduce yourselves and then ask your question. We are talking about 4G and launch of 4G, hence would request you to restrict your questions to the theme of the event. Can I see a show of hand? Okay, there's a question here from the gentleman here.
Sorry, can you just have the house lights up and then the spots down a bit so I can just see it?
Yeah.
Just turn the house lights up all the way.
Hi, this is Aditya Nacha from InspiredToEdge.com. I wanted to ask what would be the estimated timeline for full rollout of 4G in Delhi?
Like we mentioned, we are starting from Gurgaon, which is a leading industrial and financial hub for the city. In a couple of months, in a few months, we will be covering the length and breadth of Delhi NCR region.
Any estimated month or specific date?
So, all networks take time to put up the sites and so on, but we will keep coming back to you as we enable more and more customers in Delhi NCR. Like I said, in a few months' time, our customers will start experiencing 4G in the length and breadth of the circle.
Thanks a lot.
Hello. Hi, this is Danish from Economic Times. So just wanted to know how many 4G cell sites the company has deployed in the Delhi NCR region.
You know, this question I think will be of more interest to our competition. So we would not like to give you a number. However, we have a customer-centric strategy, and therefore we would like to endeavor, and we always like to assure that our customers enjoy a seamless mobile internet experience across the city, across the circle. And therefore, without getting into numbers, we will endeavor to make sure that we provide a great internet mobile experience across technologies to our customers in Delhi.
Can I just also help answer that question? The number of cell sites is only a small component of 4G service, right? There are multiple things that go in, including what spectrum you operate on, what type of backhaul do you use, what technologies are you on. So any one number is not comparable versus the other. So it's actually more from a service perspective. It's also an evolving need. If we put up 100 today, it may be very inadequate. 6 months from now, we may require 150. So a number by itself is not a comparable number against anything. It's more comparable against the service that we want to deliver that gives us the type of experience that our customer would want. It's a constantly evolving basis.
How many cell sites are required to provide seamless services like in the Delhi NCR region?
Again, let me give you a 2G experience of that one. If you think that our 2G journey is over, we are still investing on 2G in Delhi. So you cannot answer that question. There is no answer. As the city expands, as the demand for data in this case will go up, there is no one number that we will say that if we do X number of sites, Delhi is covered. Is a little, there are more variables at play.
And which vendor is providing equipment for the 4G sites for Vodafone?
So in Delhi NCR, we are going with Huawei.
We have different partners in different places.
Thank you. Can I have someone, next question please? Gentleman here has a question.
This is Adish Sharma from Cyber Media.
Can you hold the mic a little closer?
Hello, is it fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Adish Sharma from Cyber Media. The telco industry is still grappling with problems like cell drops and all, right? Call drops, sorry. And there have been clear-cut directions from TRAI in this regard. Now, I would like to ask, with this upgradation to 4G, will it help the customers in any way as to, can we now expect the call drops to be a thing of the past and the overall calling and video experience to be perfectly seamless?
I don't think you can go to any part of the world and expect a perfectly seamless experience. I don't think mobile technology ever was designed or it has evolved into that area. If you go to the best of networks and you go into a basement, your call will drop. Having said that, if you look at basic expectation, and as you roll out new technologies, you will find your top-end customers have migrated to 4G, so they will vacate some amount of 3G space. As the 3G customers begin to get more evolved, you vacate that much space onto 2G. So the 2G customers have that much more capacity. And the answer is yes, you will find over a period of time as we deploy the new technologies, and it's not just the 2G, 3G, 4G, there's lots of other efforts that go into managing call drops that you should, and we work very, very hard to be able to improve upon the services. It's what gets us out of bed every day.
Question at the back.
Hi, this is Kunal Dua from NDTV Gadgets 360, and my question is, you're offering, free delivery of SIMs to customers, right? So is the process completely free, or do they need to pay for a SIM, or are there any delivery charges?
The entire process of SIM delivery is completely free. However, the caveat is for all requests till 4 p.m. the customers will be delivered on the same day. After 4 p.m. if the customer requests, the delivery will be the next day. The entire 4G upgrade process is free for all our customers.
Whether delivered or if you walk into a store, anywhere.
And secondly, for new customers, you mentioned the SIM will be available in select stores. So how wide is the availability going to be, and can anybody just walk in as a new customer and buy a SIM?
For new customers, the SIM will be available across the length and breadth of the city. The SIM-X will be through selected outlets. So SIM-X will be through our Vodafone stores and mini stores and select retail outlets. However, for new customers, they can buy a postpaid SIM or a prepaid SIM from anywhere in the city.
4G release.
4G enabled SIM.
Question here.
I have two questions. One of them, you are going to
please introduce yourself, sir.
Yes, I am Vineet from Tech Guide. I have two questions. One of them, you will be delivering it only on 1800 megahertz band, or you are exploring some other band also. And my second question is that during the test, you said during the test services, these services are always going to do well, But once the customer base gets, gets traction, then the infrastructure gets, some sort of into a congestion and is not able to deal with the load, Then you are not able to get even the services up to the level of 3G. So how are you? How can you assure the customer that that you will be able to deliver 4G services over a long period of time without any hitches?
So I think it just goes back to your colleague who had asked the question earlier. First to answer, we are on 1800 as far as 4G is concerned, and that's where we are for just now. How it evolves, let's see. As far as the managing of services is concerned, a network is a constantly growing activity. There is no part of the world with any service provider that, like I said, you're done and dusted, put in the network and it's done. There are always new technologies. Within the same technology of 2G, 3G and 4G, we have seen the technologies evolve. Even on 2G, we find a far greater efficiency on our networks today in terms of what equipment is available. It also means more cell sites. It does mean an upgradation of your backhaul. It does mean upgradation of much of your core elements, because at the end of the day, a service is not just about a radio, about a site, and I want to keep stressing this because the perception is more sites and consequently can you do it. It's much of the ecosystem that you need to do from the length and breadth. That work never stops. It's in everybody's interest, the consumers for sure. From our perspective, that's what we make our money on. And that's what our customers would reward us for, and that's what we would be happy to give to our customers. It's what makes everybody happy. So to say that this will be an end experience, we put up the sites and then as the usage goes, the experience drops, it means more sites, it means more backhaul, it means your rings for data transmission need to be constantly upgraded. It's an everyday process for which we have a long horizon. We plan for this 2 to 3 years out to say that if these are our projections, what would our network need to be dimensionalized today, and the work we would need to do over this period of time. So it's managing projections versus managing ground realities. It's a constant process.
Do we have any other questions?
There is a mic there. Yes.
I want to know what's your competitive strategy against Reliance Jio?
I don't know, you tell me. I read the same newspapers that you do. But no, I think it will be a bit speculative for us to dive into that area right now. Without sounding sort of cliched on this, I think competition is always good. It just keeps everybody on their toes. It will force everybody in the whole ecosystem, not just service providers, to be able to constantly upgrade themselves. It is going to be interesting times. I can't really get into the specifics of that just now. I think it will be unfair because it sort of presumes I know what they're going to do and consequently what my responses will be. We have our thoughts, we have our strategies and actions. They keep getting sharpened up. But let's just see how this plays itself out. A little bit early for me to comment on that.
Question. Do you have questions?
Can we get a mic, sir?
There's a question there.
Oh, there's back, sorry. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to ask
If you can hold the mic closer, please.
whether the upgradation of this 4G will it affect on the emissions of the radiations?
No. Let's put it this way, that there are radiation standards that are laid down by the regulator and we make sure that we stay within them. So there is a safety parameter and a threshold that is laid down for every single cell site. These are monitored, these are audited, and we make sure that we stay well within them. So there are guidelines that come from the regulator for every form of technology that we put out.
This is what has been told by many service operators many times, that because of these problems people not allow you to install more towers, and this is ultimately creating problem for call drops. How will you solve that problem?
You know, I think the real effort that we make as an industry, and this is just not just as Vodafone, that unfortunately or fortunately perception is reality, right? So if the people in your housing society believe that the cell tower is not good for them, we're not going to get the cell tower, and if we have one, it's going to get taken off. Now, we do have a lot of literature that we do put out. We put it out from the regulator, we put it out from the health ministry, we put it out from the WHO, from independent places where people have a lot more, hopefully will have a lot more credibility when this information is given to them. We reach out to resident welfare associations, we give this information where we want, it's on our website. As an industry, we do a lot of education work to say, it's like, you know, let me give you an analogy to this one, it's like driving your car. If it is prescribed to you that drive at 80 kilometers an hour and you'll be safe, you'll be safe. If you drive at 120, you are going to be unsafe and hopefully not, but you're likely to run into an accident that much faster. It's the same with emissions. If you stay within threshold limits, it is safe. If the industry is irresponsible about putting it out, and I hope that nobody is doing it, we don't do it, we spend a lot of time making sure we stay within the threshold limits, it is safe. So it's just a question of managing parameters that are that we would want to do as a responsible corporate citizen rather than just what is mandated out to us. It's very important that perception on this is managed, and it's a long haul process. We do need to keep that education process going, and anything that you print on this one will really help in that cause. So please go ahead and do it.
Question here. Sure.
Hi, this is Deepak with 91 Mobiles. I've been a Vodafone customer for the longest time. I started, I think, when the company used to be called SR or Max. I think. So I've been, stuck to Vodafone stubbornly despite service issues. I stay in South Delhi. I don't get indoor coverage. I can't use my phone indoors, so voice calls or data. But I don't intend to use this for a personal issue. So my question is very small. We are in Gurgaon. I have a 4G phone and a 4G SIM, Vodafone SIM in my phone. Just want to ask when you'll be flipping the switch so I can see a 4G logo on the network.
Today. But having said that, I'd be happy to reach out to you just after this conference because I do want to deal with you for a personal level. If there is an issue, let's just get it sorted. Because sometimes it is, can we speak to your society, and sometimes it is, can we get another cell site in your area. And much of the issues that you may have faced in the recent past are also because spectrum got refarmed in the month of February, last year, January, February. So we've had to change all our frequencies, getting into the bit of the technical end of this, which requires time to settle down. But let's just, I mean, that's a general statement. Let's be a little bit more specific on you're happy to have a cup of coffee and figure that out.
Friends, I think we have time for just one more question. So, all right, sure, go ahead.
My name is Shahriar. My question is, in this competitive communication market where telecom giants are already deciding, what extra benefit this Vodafone 4G is going to give to its customers?
Recapture, there was quite a bit today. Go ahead.
First and foremost, we are offering 4G at 3G prices along with a free SIM upgrade to all our customers. Plus, if you saw in the presentation, we are bundling content with our 4G service. For 3 months, our customers will have free access to movies, music, and a whole lot of live TV through Vodafone Play, through HOOQ, and through Hungama Play. And they will also be able to stream their favorite music through 1.2 million songs on Vodafone Music. So these are the special benefits, the content which comes bundled with 4G service, and it is free for all 4G subscribers for a period of 3 months. So the access charges is free, subscription charges are free for 3 months for our 4G subscribers.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we have time for. It's been a wonderful audience with very patient here. We would request you to please join us for lunch, but before you do that, there is an experience zone which has been set up right here inside this hall. Do step forward, take a crack at what the 4G experience is all about, and get convinced for yourself. Thank you so much, and have a great day ahead.
Hey guys, keep staying tuned as we're going to get you a live demo of how the Vodafone 4G services work, and we are going to compare it to the current 3G services that are active, and we're heading towards the booth now. So these SIMs are 4G enabled, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we have, let's just try to search for so the load times there was pretty fast. Now we have a Vodafone 3G SIM with us right here, and let's see how that works. And yes, it did take about a hair longer than to load, and we have the same trailer in both the places, and let's just take a look and see how they buffer. So that's 3, 2, 1, play. And as you can see, of course, 4G loaded almost instantly, but of course not everyone's on a 4G network right now. It's still loading out here, and we have a delay of about almost 10 seconds between just a simple buffer. Let's see if we can take a look at what the quality looks like. And the quality right now, it says, of course, is full at 1080p on 4G, and on our 3G SIM out here, we can see that it's actually streaming at 360p. Now, like I said, this is of course a demo zone. Not a lot of people are on the 4G network yet, and we're presuming a lot of people in this hall are using a Vodafone network, and the bandwidth is of course shared. And let's see if we can find a way to stream something on 4G at a higher quality. So here we go. Let's see, in 4K. So yeah, that was a look at how it competes with 3G, but let's see if we can take a look at any videos that are rendered in 4K. Okay, we have a video out here that's there, and let's see what the resolution is at right now. So it's showing us a maximum of 1080p, even though YouTube does have 4K capabilities. And yeah, so no. Well, that was our look at a demo. Let's just see if we can get the device up and just browse a few websites and see how that works. Can we remove the device? Yes. Like hold it in a hand? Yeah. Okay. So like you saw during the live stream, they did have a speed test of the connectivity options, but we're just going to run that for you once again. Here is a speed test. As you can see, we are on the 4G network right on top, and begin test. So the ping is 178 ms, which of course isn't the best, but oh my god, like look at, we've seen download speeds in the speed test go almost upwards of 90 Mbps, and right now we're seeing them close to 50, which is great. Let's see if we can have a speed test on an Android smartphone running on Vodafone 3G. So here we go. Now we have a Vodafone 3G smartphone with speed test right here. Just hang on a second. So yeah, as you can see, while this one loads, we have a ping of 178 ms, a download speed of 47.9 Mbps, and an upload of 41.46 Mbps, which is great. And right here we have a smartphone on the Vodafone 3G network, and this is what the speed looks like. We're still waiting for it to connect. And connect. And connect. And we can try another test to see if we get any different speeds right here. Oh, it's perfect. And it's going, and still going, and that's, so this phone is actually working on Vodafone 3G right now. This is on the Vodafone 4G, it's on the demo, and we're still waiting. So we've got a ping of 291 ms on old Vodafone 3G, a download speed of 0.81. Maximum we'll go up to, I guess, 1 Mbps out here. And yeah, so the difference is, of course, clearly visible. But like we said before, there aren't many people right now hogging on the 4G bandwidth available. 3G, of course, a lot of people out here would be on Vodafone's network and consuming 3G. So that's our first look at Vodafone's 4G capability. Stay tuned to Digit.in. We'll get you more info soon.
May I suggest something?
Yeah, sure.
I think you should do a speed test on this one.
Because?
You will see a lot of things.
How and why? How and why?
There, I mean,
we're off. Okay, we're off.
So different devices behave differently, right?